welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I have moved locations for today's video. Instead of just always being in my room, I thought I would come up here. You guys can kind of see my Halloween decorations behind me. So yeah, it's kind of like really plain in my room at the moment because I have like nothing on my walls. So I thought I would just come up here for a change of scenery. So yeah, for today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I am going to be doing my annual what to expect at Fright Night this year. So I know that I'm not going to Fright Night this year, which I am a little bit sad about, but not really, because I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights, which is like 10 times more amazing than Fright Night. But I am a little sad that I am missing out on this year's event, because this year it is so much different than to like previous years of Fright Night. So yeah, I am a little sad that I'm missing out this year, but also not, because I am going to like one of the best Halloween events like in the world pretty much. So yeah, but anyway, so I thought I would do this video just in case some of you guys are going to Fright Night this year and you don't know what to expect. So that's why I decided to do this video. And I know I should probably be wearing my Fright Night t-shirt for this video, but I couldn't find it, so I wore my Halloween one instead. So, and I had already worn my Fright Night shirt for the first for the announcement video, and then for the first Halloween video. So yeah, I thought I would change it up and wear my my Halloween shirt for this video. So but yeah, anyway, so now onto the actual video. So first I'm going to talk about the mazes. So for the first time ever this year, they have 5 mazes instead of 4. They always used to have 4, but now they have 5, which is pretty cool. Although where I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights, they have 10. So, this is a first for Fright Night. They're having 5 mazes. And one of the mazes this year that I am a little bit jealous about, and that I'm hoping that they return it for next year, because they do that. For Fright Night, they have mazes return for the next year. So I really hope they return this one. I'm sorry that my budgies are being so noisy downstairs. Yeah, so the first maze they have here is the It maze. So I cannot believe they are doing an It maze this year. And of course they're doing it the year that I am not going, but this is like a maze that I really hope that they return for next year, because this would just be an amazing maze to go through. Like, I have actually seen this movie and it is so good. It's based off of the first It. So I really hope that they do one next year, and maybe based it off It Chapter 2, which I have not seen yet, but I really want to see it. But yeah, so here it says, like, about the information about the It maze. It says, one of the most successful horror franchises of all time comes to terrifying life at Warner Brothers Movie World, following in the footsteps of the Losers Club as they battle to survive a campaign of terror by the shape-shifting Pennywise. Be immersed in some of the most iconic and frightening locations from the films as you set foot in the town of Derry. The real question is, who will get the last laugh? And then it just says, see It Chapter 2 in cinemas from September 5th. So yeah, this maze would probably be the one that I would be looking forward to the most, because I love It, I love the first movie, and I just cannot believe that they're doing it this year. And of course they're doing it the year that I'm not going, so fingers crossed that this maze does really well. And I'm pretty sure that it will, because it is like huge. And hopefully they will return it for next year, because if they do, I will be so happy for that. So yeah, this would be an amazing maze to go through, and like just seeing Pennywise and like Georgie, and it would just be so incredible. So I am a little bit jealous that they are doing this year. So that is definitely the only one that I'm really like not like I can't believe that I'm missing out on it, and I'm just like, I really hope they bring it back for next year. So yeah, that is the first maze. And then the next one is Zombieland Double Tap, which actually, this is really crazy, because at Halloween Horror Nights this year in Orlando, they have Zombieland Double Tap, but it's not a maze, it's a scare zone out on the streets, which is really crazy. So I've never seen this movie before, so I feel like I need to kind of maybe at least see the trailer, but I know there's a second one coming out. which is Zombieland Double Tap, I believe, is the second one. And it says here, welcome to the United States of Zombieland Double Tap. The only way to make it out of this maze alive is to learn the survival rules and follow them. Embark on the horrific journey of Columbus and Tallahassee as they continue to carve out an existence in the post-apocalyptic world of Zombieland. Remember, rule number 17, don't be a hero, and you may just make it out alive. And then it says, see Zombieland Double Tap in cinemas from October 17. So yeah, they have this as a scare zone at Halloween Horror Nights, so at least I'll be able to kind of experience it, I guess. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, but they have it at a house at Fright Night. So yeah, I feel like this is another one that they might bring back next year, but I don't know, who knows. Alright, so the next one is Dollhouse, which is an original maze for Fright Night. They've been, in the last couple of years, they've been doing original mazes, which is really cool. And this one is Dollhouse, and house is spelled H-A-U-S. And it says, obsessed with making lifelike dolls, Herman Schuster's creations were highly sought after all over the world. Never satisfied with his work, Schuster began experimenting with different materials to reach perfection, and when people in the local village began disappearing, all eyes turned to him. Will you be his next victim? So that looks really cool and really creepy, that house. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know if this one would be returning next year or not, but I don't know, we'll see. It just looks really, really cool. I feel like this one might return instead of Zombieland, just because it's an original one. And I feel like Zombieland is not as big as like it is. So yeah, I feel like this might be the other one that returns next year. But yeah, so there's Dollhouse. It looks really cool and really creepy. So that looks like a really good one. And then the two returning mazes from last year are Leatherface, the Leatherface maze, which I actually got to go behind the scenes of the Leatherface maze because it was one of the, for the VIP tour, you can go behind the scenes and like scare people inside of the maze, and this was one of them, and I actually have like footage of it in my Fright Night vlog from last year for 31 Days of Halloween, so you guys can go ahead and watch that if you want. But it just says, the Leatherface maze returns for the final year at Fright Night 2019. One of the single most iconic cinematic killers of all time has been unleashed for one last kill. Enter the sick and twisted world of the Sawyer clan in one of the most graphic and disturbing mazes ever built at Fright Nights. Escaping this maze with all of your limbs intact is the best you can hope for. Yeah, this was a really good maze from memory last year. It was really good, very gory, a lot of chainsaws throughout the whole thing. It was really good. So yeah, this is the last year that it will be happening. And then the next one, which is the last maze, is another one returning from last year, which is another original. I feel like this was the first original they did last year. It's House of Cain. So it says House of Cain maze returns for the final year at Fright Night 2019. The Cain Hotel, notorious for turning one sane travelers into twisted and corrupt versions of their former selves, is once again open for business. The lure of evil is far too strong to resist. It's the purest of heart and mind that will suffer the most in this place of darkness and depravity. Think twice before you check in, because you may never check out. So this one was really cool. Me and my cousin did this one last year. It was really cool. It was one of the ones that you couldn't go behind the scenes for in the VIP tour, but it was really cool and very like crazy and like twisted, and there were some really crazy things happening in that maze. So yeah, it was a really cool one. So if you want to go and see it for the last time this year, so make sure to go to Fright Night, because it will not be returning again next year. So yeah, so those are all of the mazes. And now for the precincts, which are like the scare zones, like out on the streets. And they have 4 of them this year. Hold on, I need a drink. I have 4 precincts this year. And they're all new. They're all brand new precincts. So the first one is Hellbourne Precinct, which looks like it's the one right at the front of the park, and they have like a heavy metal band playing. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's going to be right at the front of the park. And it says, Hell hath taken hold of the iconic Fountain of Fame with a live heavy metal stage spewing flames into the air and demonic creatures tormenting the innocent. The Hellbourne Precinct is devilishly good fun. So yeah, that's all that it says about that. So I never usually like those precincts, the ones with like the live music, because I'm not into heavy metal at all. So I usually tend to try to avoid those type of precincts because they usually have them like every year. But yeah, so that's the first one. And the next one looks really cool. It's called Nightmares Precinct. And it is about, it says, you'll wish you're dreaming when you step foot on Main Street. So it's going to be in Main Street. As your most horrific nightmares creatures come to life. These are the things that go bump in the night, the creatures that leave you frozen in your bed, unable to move or scream. You can't hide under your blankets here, so embrace the darkness. You might just like it. So this one looks really, really cool. So it's kind of like the boogeyman and all those type of things. So yeah, that is the one that is happening on Main Street. So that looks really cool. And then the next one is Baby-Faced Killers. So this one looks super creepy. It says, don't be fooled by their baby faces, as they only have one intention: to kill. Some do it to eat, some even do it for sport, but these freaks kill for the fun of it. Stay alert, as these psycho mask killers are on the prowl for their next thrill kill. So this one looks super creepy. I don't know whereabouts this one is going to be. It doesn't really say, but like the location of it, but the picture of it looks super creepy, because I feel like the scare actors will have like baby face masks on and they'll be super creepy. So yeah, that is really creepy looking and looks like a really good one. And then the last precinct is the Dead West Precinct, which I feel like this one is going to be located near the Wild Wild West ride. I feel like it's going to be near that, in like the wild, like western area. And if you've been to Movie World, you know what I'm talking about. It says, life in the Wild West is hard. Rattlesnakes, coyotes, rustlers, and now freaking zombies. Oh, it's another zombie one. So watch your step out there, partner. There's a lot of empty graves all of a sudden. Those saloon girls may look good from a distance, but don't get too close or they'll bite your face off. If you have a hankering for flesh, just head dead west. You can't miss it. So yeah, those are all of the precincts for Fright Night this year. And then they do have panic rooms that you can do. I'm not going to read the description of the panic rooms because I feel like this video is already super long. So there's 4 panic rooms. One of them is called, which is a new one, it says Fallout Shelter Panic Room. And then Satan's Coven Panic Room, Quarantine Panic Room, and Dark Room Panic Room. So the Dark Room one looks kind of like you're in a dark room, like a photography dark room. And then the Quarantine one is kind of like, I guess you're in like quarantine. And then the Satan's Coven one looks like really witchy. And that's a new one as well. And then the Fallout Shelter one looks like you're in like, an underground room, not like a basement, but the picture here looks like it's like a bridge and there's like a room underneath the bridge. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I don't really want to read the descriptions for them because I feel like this video is already way too long. So yeah, so those are the panic room. I've never done a panic room at Fright Night and I don't think I could because I feel like I'd be really bad at it and fail at it. Yeah, but those are all of the panic rooms. And then obviously the rides, there's rides that are open as well. So there's 7 rides that are open, and then the rides that are open is the DC Rivals Hyper Coaster, the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster, the Batwing Space Shot, Doomsday Destroyer, Green Lantern Coaster, Superman Escape Roller Coaster, and then the Arkham Asylum Roller Coaster. So those are all the rides that are open. during the event. And also make sure to do the rides first because they close early. So yeah, that's another tip that I can give you guys. Sorry, that was my dad's iPad going off. That's the tip that I can give you guys, is go to the rides early, like when you get there, because they close super early in the night, whereas the mazes stay open all night. So go to the rides early, get them done first, and then do the mazes. So yeah, that's just a little tip for you guys. But yeah, so that is Fright Night for 2019. It looks like really cool, and I'm kind of sad that I'm missing out on it, or missing out on it, but I am like super excited to be going to a brand new event, to be going to Halloween Horror Nights. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that Fright Night, I think Fright Night starts next week, like next Saturday maybe it starts, or next Friday. View calendar. When does it start? Yeah, it starts next Saturday, so Saturday the 28th of September it starts. And then it's a very short season this year. So it goes from the 28th of September and then it finishes on the 26th of October. So it's a very short season. So like 4th of October, because they only do it on Friday. Yeah, it looks like they're only doing it on Friday and Saturday nights this year. So it's a very short season. So the 28th of September, 4th of October, 5th of October, the 11th of October, the 12th, 18th, 19th, the 25th, which is my birthday, and then the last night is the 26th of October. So yeah, very short season this year. It's very strange that it's so short. So make sure to get your tickets now in case you want to go, because it is a super short season for some weird reason. But yeah, so that is Fright Night for this year. So I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope it gave you some like little like ideas of what the event is going to be like for this year, and if you want to go or not. I would definitely recommend it. It is so much fun. And obviously I would definitely recommend the VIP tour, the Ultimate Terror tour, even though it is pretty expensive, but it's so worth it. It makes your night a whole lot easier, and it just makes it so much smoother. And yeah, so I would definitely recommend the Ultimate Terror tour. So yeah, it's just like so good because you get front of the line to all of the houses and all of the rides as well, and you get like a special experience. So then you get to go behind the scenes, and you get free food all night, and you get like the VIP lounge, and you can just go back there and just chill for a bit if you want to. You get your own locker, free locker. So yeah, it is definitely worth it, because I've done it like for the last 2 years in a row, and it's like worth it. Well, not the last 2 years in a row. I've done it twice now. I forgot I didn't do it in 2017, but I did it, actually no, I did it in 2018. Yeah, 2018 and 2016 I did it. So I've done it twice, but not 2 years in a row. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it, and if I was going this year, I would be getting that again, because it's so worth it. So yeah, but anyways, so I hope you guys liked this video. I'm going to shut up now because I feel like I have rambled on for so long now. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all on Tuesday for another weekly vlog. Alright, bye guys.